Good morning, Spectacular Study Skills students. I wanted to take a quick minute to go over your final project with Mr. Franz in English class. So by now, hopefully you have had a chance to look over the resources that Mr. Franz has given to you. If not, I want you to tune into this screencast just to kind of review everything that Mr. Franz has posted and done with his class meetings. So once again, I have access to 6th period, so some of the lingo might be a little different. However, all of you guys should have attended your class video meeting, okay? Hopefully you guys did that and you had paper, pen, and pencil in order to take notes on that. If you scroll up on Google Classroom, you'll have noticed that Mr. Franz has posted 2 items. The first thing is the Google presentations that goes over each step for your Franz TEDx TED Talk, as well as Cornell notes, adding expert research to your own experience. Mr. Franz has created this for you, so you do not need to create this document on your own. The first thing we're going to discuss was posted for May 29th and yesterday, June 1st. So this is your mini lesson. This is when you needed to pick your topic for your TED Talk. And your topic is something that you are an expert in. And Mr. Franz has highlighted this here. So first he has you guys brainstorming. Materials needed, paper and pen or pencil. Easy peasy. Second thing, you need to ask yourself the question, what am I an expert on? Then narrowing that down to 3 choices. You can do that by circling. And then pick one topic, and you'll put a star next to that. So I'm going to show you guys an example of my brainstorm. Okay, so this is my brainstorm. I just quickly jotted this down on a piece of paper. Okay, now given I'm an old lass, so some of my expertise choices here, you're probably like, what? This is so old school, Miss Swanson. Okay, so hopefully yours are probably going to be a little bit more interesting and with the times. So what I did is I just quickly thought of a variety of things that I know a lot about. And I numbered them on my paper and I just kind of wrote them down in a broad sense. Now, of course, with art, I could narrow art down to several different things. Same thing with art history. I could pick a particular time period that I wanted to focus on. Same thing for baking. Maybe I'm really good at baking cupcakes. And in particular, or muffins, in particular, I make these really fantastic blueberry muffins. So maybe I would narrow that down even more. But in this brainstorming, I just kind of did like the broad sense of things. So once I wrote those down, I thought about 3 things that I really am passionate about and I want to write down. I know it's funny to say that I'm passionate about pugs, but they're kind of like a family thing of we've owned pugs ever since I was little. So I circled 3 things that I'm like, I am really passionate about these 3 things more so than anything else on my list. And then I put a star next to the one area that I know a lot about, that I know I'm an expert. I know what type of resources I can go to that are actually factual resources, that are good resources, that have those strong facts. I can find a lot of evidence on that particular topic. So the topic that I chose, and you guys know I'm open and honest about my mental health, so is OCD. I know particular resources that I can go to. I know that I can find a lot of information about this. I also know that I have my own personal experience or twist that I can put on that. So I've created my list and I put what am I an expert on? I wrote down all of those topics. I circled the ones that I'm passionate about and put a star next to the one that I know I can find a lot of resources about that. Okay, so I've created my brainstorm. I put in all my topics. I've narrowed them down to 3 that I'm passionate about, and I placed the star next to the one that I know 100% without a doubt that I'm an expert on. So now I have my topic. Now what? Okay, so now for June 2nd, which is today, and June 3rd, we need to strengthen our own knowledge with the experts. So we need to turn to those resources and get information and facts based on that. Or what Ms. Backus likes to say are FAQs. So now we need to add facts to your own knowledge by more research. I know a lot about OCD and mental health because I'm living that every day. However, I'm not a doctor, so I need to look for more additional facts and knowledge by doing some research. Mr. Franz would like you to add 20 more facts from the experts. And you're going to use C notes, which are Cornell notes, and you're going to record the source. So Mr. Franz, as I stated before, he's added those Cornell notes in the assignment section on Google Classroom. So let's head over there and take a look at that. So on Google Classroom, under the classwork, you're going to see a heading that says Cornell Notes, adding expert research to my own expertise. So Mr. Franz has gone ahead and he's created this Cornell Notes outline for you. Now, I'm going to go ahead, I'm just using Benoit's here real quickly, and I'm just going to scroll through. You'll notice where it says, what's my topic? So I can go in here and I can type in OCD, whatever my topic is. Sorry, Benoit, if you saw that. Okay. And then over here, it'll say questions, main ideas, vocabulary. So you would type in the main idea from the DEF-EQ that you're researching, and then you also want to include the resource that you got it from. And you'll add that to this area right here. You'll also go down, and he's given some more notes for a second resource, and you're going to continue that all the way through. Okay, so what does this look like, or what should this look like once it's completed? Well, let's take a look at an example of that. So these are Kate's Cornell notes. Thank you, Kate, for, I guess, volunteering to allow us to use this. So let's look at how Kate filled this out. And she did a really excellent job, which is why I chose hers to use in this example. So her topic is inkblot test, which I think is a really cool topic to kind of focus on. I'm also intrigued why Kate finds herself to be an expert on this. Ooh. So she went ahead and she put in her topic. And then if we scroll down here, one of the main ideas that she decided to focus on is the way it works. So how do inkblot tests work? So what she did is she actually added a link, okay, right here to her source. So that way Mr. Franz can go ahead and look at that resource himself if he needs to. Also, she needs to go back and look at that resource. It's already linked on to her Cornell notes here, and she doesn't have to kind of go back in her history on her computer and so forth. So she has her main topic, and then these are her DEF-EQs from that resource. And she has more than one. You could have one, you can have more than one, you can have multiple, okay? I also like how she has she's kind of indicated that it's a new DEF-EQ. She's also included a space here to reference that. Her next main topic was the history, and then she went ahead and added her DEF-EQs for that. She has her usage, her DEF-EQs for that. And being an art teacher, I love this. So she has actual examples of what those inkblot tests look like. And I think that's going to be really strong to add in her PowerPoint, which we'll go over on a separate lesson, okay? Then with her summary, she kind of tied it all together. So what is the information that she's trying to portray here? She says, although the Rorschach test was stumbled upon accidentally and its purpose has changed over the years, it's still a way that can tell you a little more about yourself through photos that your brain connects to a meaning that relates to you. Kind of sounds like a claim a little bit that could be incorporated into an actual essay paper. So the summary that she included here is a summary of kind of everything that she talked about here that's tying it all together. And that would be a really great thesis statement to go into her speech with, okay? So what I want you guys to do today, if you haven't already, I want you to do your brainstorm list. I want you to narrow it down to one topic. And then I want you to head on over to Google Classroom, at least put your topic here. I want you to find one source to place here and at least one main idea, if not two, to start with. When I meet with you guys on Thursday, I would like you to share this document with me so that way we can look over this together as a group. Okay, if you have any questions, reach out to Mr. Franz first and then include me on a separate email for specific questions of things we'll be doing in study skills.